Welcome on in, everyone, to another day of NGS casting. Tonight, with me, I have our lovely best co-caster ever, Shane, with me. Hello, Shane.
Best co-caster ever. Wow, you're really putting the pressure on me for this series.
All right,
Jeez.
all right, let me rephrase it. My favorite co-caster.
Well, maybe I can prove myself the best co-caster one day. We'll see. But no, I'm very excited to be here. Very excited for this game we have today. C West semifinal match.
Yeah, definitely. We have in the C West, we have the ICC Valkyries versus Cats on My Keyboard. And if anyone else was watching my stream, we actually just we watched Cats on My Keyboard win their last game, getting them to the semifinals just a few days ago.
Yeah, so far this entire C West bracket has been absolutely crazy. I mean, there's been, I believe, 3 upsets just in the quarterfinals alone. The only team not an upset that made it through, I believe, was Regen Divine. Um, and yeah, so it's been crazy so far. Um, and both of these teams won an upset in order to get to this series, with actually ICC Valkyries being the number 8 seed, getting a 2-0 domination over the number 1 seed. So, I mean, honestly, there's just so much going on in this bracket right now that it's hard to predict who's going to come out of the series ahead.
I know I'm super excited about this series because both teams do perform really well. I didn't get to see ICC Valkyries last game, but man, watching Cats on My Keyboard, they are really good. So I know it's going to be a good matchup here.
Yeah, and there's definitely some picks to watch out for in this series. One of the ones I really think is worth watching out for, Cats on My Keyboard seem to play an excellent Junkrat. Was extremely pivotal in their victory over the number 4 seed. So coming into this game, that might be something that ICC would look to target in this series. But ICC have some picks of their own to watch out for. They've played 48 unique heroes so far this season, and they do have a Deathwing in their back pocket, which can be something that is somewhat difficult for some teams to handle.
I definitely agree. Deathwing can be a hit or miss sometimes, and if they have a really good Deathwing, it can just knock the game out of the park.
Well, overall, I'm excited to see what these teams are going to choose to target to take from one another. There are some shared picks between them. I believe the Joanna and the Greatwing are 2 picks that both of these teams really seem to love to run. I believe Cats on My Keyboard love the Sonya pick, whereas for ICC, they tend to prefer the Blaze in the off lane, so very different stylistically in the solo lane. So a lot to watch out for. It'll be interesting to see how they choose to build their comps, knowing some of these favorite picks coming into it.
Well, and last game that when they went, Cats on My Keyboard, when they went against U.S. Army Esports, I gave a big shout out to Apple on their team. She played a phenomenal Anduin. So I'm curious to see if ICC Valkyrie went and did the research from the last game, because if they did, then they would know that they should probably ban this Anduin, because holy crud, I've never seen such a good Anduin before.
Anduin is one of those picks that can be extremely frustrating to play against. You lock someone down, you have them dead to rights, and then suddenly they're 100 miles away, safe and sound in the back line. So, a good Anduin pick can heavily influence the way a game goes. And it also shuts down a lot of picks from other teams. Like the Yorick, for example, you hate seeing Anduin on the other team because when you entomb someone, he's just instantly out of there. So um, it can really change the dynamic of the game. But overall, yeah, there's a lot for both of these teams to really look at coming into this series today.
Definitely. And why don't we, before we get into the drafts, why don't we go ahead and look at the map picks here and map bans? Over on ICC Valkyrie's side, they give me Depression tonight. That's what they give me. Because their first thing they banned was Towers of Doom. RIP Towers of Doom. Second thing they did ban was, oh my gosh, I can't speak. There we go, Sky Temple. And they did pick Infernal Shrine to go into the first game.
No surprise to see Infernal Shrines coming out as the first map of this series. Both teams have played the most games on Infernal Shrines this season. They both seem to really enjoy it. So, not a shocker. Other maps we might expect to see, I know Tomb tends to be a favorite, I believe, for Cats on My Keyboard, and I know that ICC Valkyrie seems to really like the BOE. So those are some other picks to maybe watch out for going forward in the series.
Definitely. Well, let's see if they're ready and get right into the drafts. I just still can't believe they banned Towers of Doom. And Cats on My Keyboard, they went ahead and banned Braxis and Cursed Hollow. I love watching a good Cursed Hollow game as well, and they took that away from me. How dare these two teams?
As fun as Towers of Doom can be to cast, as a solo laner, I totally understand wanting to get rid of Towers of Doom. I swear I could play that map with one hand as a solo laner and be playing Solitaire in my other hand, because holy moly does that map get boring as a solo laner. Go mid, clear the wave. Go top, clear the wave.
I definitely agree. It can get boring. But man, if you're able to hit 20, then you don't even have to worry about soaking. Then you could just keep going around and finally being able to get those towers.
Well, it looks like we are getting into map number 1 here. ICC Valkyries versus Cats on My Keyboard. And let's see what these teams have prepared for us today.
Who do you think Cats on My Keyboard is going to first ban?
I know the Joanna has been something that these teams have been wanting to take away against ICC Valkyries a lot this season. However, both teams play it, so they may want to take it for themselves. They could opt to target the Blaze in the solo lane. It is one of the higher tier solo laners right now. There's honestly a lot to look at for these teams, though. It's hard to pin down one exact one.
Definitely. I definitely know there's got to be, at least, if there's not a Joanna ban, it's going to be first pick Joanna. It's got to be. But real quick on the side note, Mastro Cassis, thank you so much for the raid of 12. Whoop whoop. Welcome on in, everyone. We're doing a West Division semifinals with ICC Valkyrie versus Cats on My Keyboard. I'm Gimmie-Moore cosplay, and I have my handsome Carbot drinking Pepsi Chen Shane with me today.
Glad to see you here, Maestro. Always love your cast. Always, I believe you actually casted us in the Heroes Lounge Finals one year, so always glad to have you here. We did see the Blaze come out as the first ban, so I'm glad. Yes, I was right on that one. Anubarak coming out as a ban for ICC Valkyries. I do believe Anub has been taken away quite a bit from both of these teams, so top tier tank, no surprises to see it taken off the board here.
Of course, and Blaze and Anubarak are very powerful heroes, especially on objective maps here. Blaze can get really scary, especially if they go bunker. It's a really great way to either save a teammate or help a teammate get to another kill. But looks like Cats on My Keyboard are going to ban out White Mane, so it's either going to be maybe a Joanna ban here or a pickup for Cats on My Keyboard if they decide to take her.
Yeah, Waterlong played a White Mane in their last series against the number 1 seed. I believe it was, I'm trying to remember, I think it's like Probes Pylons was the number 1 team. Sorry, I'm trying to remember all off the top of my head.
Psystorm Probes, yes.
Psystorm Probes, I knew I was close.
You were close.
And we see the Stukov taken away here, so a little bit of healer choke. The Joanna is still available, as is the Junkrat for the sides of Cats on My Keyboard. So what are they going to opt for this first pick?
I'm kind of curious. What if neither team takes Joanna? They're like, we don't need her.
I find that hard to believe. Joanna's still one of those tanks that is just generally powerful. And yeah, there it comes in as the first pick. No surprise to see it.
I thought maybe they'd keep us on our toes or something, we don't need Joanna. I see it a lot in the C East division, the opposite division. I see a lot of times where no one bans Joanna and no one takes Joanna, even when before her nerf as well, her quote unquote nerf. So
Joanna has certainly come down in popularity ever since the nerfs, but still a great tank. And we're going to see both DPS picked up here, Tastar and Vala, giving a lot of ranged options for the side of ICC Valkyries here.
You know what? I'm curious. I think maybe Cats on My Keyboard maybe go Li Ming here. I don't know why. I have a gut feeling, but Li Ming's pretty. People say she's not the best on this map, but I think if you go orb build, it's really good for the objective because you can hit those orbs from far. But right now we have Sonya being picked up, and there's the Anduin. There's Apple on Anduin, which I'm hoping she plays as good as she did her last game, because that was a game to watch. Honestly, that's the only person I was focused on watching all last game was Anduin. It felt so good watching.
Yeah, Sonya is their most popular solo laner for Koala. So no surprise to see it picked up. We do have the combination of the Leap plus Light Bomb available, which it can be very scary to go against. The Junkrat is taken off the board. We know how popular the Junkrat has been for this team, so no surprise to see it taken away. What do you think the third ban is going to be here for the side of Cats on my Keyboard?
I was going to say Stitches, but Stitches against Anduin with the Anduin Light Bomb doesn't really matter too much. So maybe Dahaka? Let's see, and it looks like it's going to be Deathwing. Hey, there's the Deathwing you were talking about earlier there. Deathwing getting banned out for the final ban.
Definitely makes sense. I think the Deathwing would go pretty well into this. I think it does well into Joanna, because Joe can't do anything about the Deathwing, as well as the Light Bomb can't stop the Deathwing either. So, yeah, it's one of those picks that can be just kind of frustrating to go against. No surprise to see it taken away.
Definitely not, yeah. But I feel maybe they might pick Stitches here. But no, they go Diablo and Decker. I am just off my game of seeing who's going to pick what. I knew Apple was going to take Anduin, and that's all I got right so far.
Well, I do think Stitches is okay. The problem is on Infernal Shrines, it can be so hard to find a hook through all those little minions on the shrines. So sometimes it doesn't get the value you're hoping for. We do see the Deckard, though, so honestly a very teamfight heavy comp here for the side of ICC Valkyries, and as the clock ticks down, we're going to see the Hogger and the Lunara, and Hogger is just so frustrating to play against on Infernal Shrines.
Definitely, because with Hogger, especially during the objective is up, he has his four corners he can just keep spinning into, being, oh my gosh, who am I thinking of? Tasmanian Devil. There we go. Being a little Tasmanian Devil, spinning around in his corners and able to pick up the objective really quick. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry.
I did also want to point out, I see that they went with, well, we get the Leo as the last pick here. They went double Bruiser, actually, on the side of Cats on my Keyboard. So a bit of a different look here, not your standard team composition. With the Leo coming in as the last pick here, I think it's good into the frontline heavy composition of Cats on my Keyboard. However, they do have the Anduin to save people if they do get entombed.
Yeah, and Sonya and Joanna, depending on what they both go for their ults, they can get out of the Leoric entomb as well. But I'm going to switch over real quickly to the map view just for anyone who's joining on in here. Welcome on in. I'm Gimmie-Moore Cosplay. You can call me Moore for short. I have my wonderful co-caster here, Shane, with me tonight. And we're doing a semifinals game in the division of C West with ICC Valkyries versus Cats on my Keyboard. ICC Valkyries went ahead and first map pick onto Infernal Shrines. And a real quick side note, Dark Knight, you are way too kind. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate. Hey, look, Shane, you got a sub in my chat now.
I was about to say, I was waiting for you to finish so I could say another thank you from myself for the tier 1 sub to Gimmie-Moore Cosplay. But yeah, it's very generous, Dark Knight. We really appreciate it, and we're glad to have you here.
Dark Knight always coming in here and just treating me too well.
Well, as we're loading in here, did you want to go ahead and read off the team for ICC Valkyries?
I gotcha. So over here in the blue side for ICC Valkyries, we have Slice on Diablo, Deckard. I can't say that. Darin, I'm gonna call you Darin as Tassadar, Valk Slays as Leoric, Waterlog as Deckard, and Valkyrie on Vala.
And for the side of Cats on my Keyboard, we have, hold on, sorry. The Lunara is making it so hard to read the name. Chelsea on the Lunara, Apple on the Hogger. We have Ghost. Oh, sorry, that's Ghost on the Hogger, sorry. It's so hard to read. Apple on the Anduin, PJ Red on the Joanna, and Koala on the Sonya.
Next time we'll flip. You'll do ICC, I'll do Cats on my Keyboard. But all right, looks like we just have a 5-man here mid. Diablo hiding into a bush right now. And Hogger is gonna go ahead and leave and go straight down bot, and Sonya's gonna go ahead and start headed up top.
Yeah, surprised to see that Leo decided to go towards the bottom lane there. I don't know if they were expecting something in particular, but overall, yeah, Leo's going to make the march of shame up to the top lane there as the 4-man scrums a little bit there in the bottom.
Maybe he thought Hogger would be the 4-man. I don't know, or not the 4-man, the top soak instead.
Yeah, overall, nothing too crazy happening so far. The Hawker is staying anchored down in the bottom lane to try and get a bit of that soak advantage, and it might end up panning out. Interesting to see. It looks like we are going to get the camp started from ICC Valkyries, but they are missing that full bottom wave, so a little unfortunate there.
And Hogger had already started onto this bottom siege camp, so it looks like both teams are going to have at least one siege camp. And I'm pretty sure maybe Cats on My Keyboard, they're going to go ahead and rotate up to their own siege camp and try to take that. But ICC Valkyries headed already over there. They knew what's going on, and maybe they might actually steal it from Cats on My Keyboard.
Yeah, it looks like, well, they might try and fight for it here as the Hogger is moving forward. They get the stun onto the Diablo. Sonya's spinning through. Diablo does lose a good chunk of health here, but Sonya is really taking a lot of damage there. The Lunara puts a big chunk out, but Leoric is able to get in and finish off the Sonya, and now it looks like the retreat might be getting called here. And yeah, with that Tacit RQ, they are going to have to leave, and that camp is stolen by the side of ICC Valkyries.
That Anduin got so low. He got 65 health, but Hogger, okay, never mind. Hogger's able to get out of there. He scared me for a second there. I didn't know Hogger could go through task walls. I learn something new every day.
Yeah, Hogger can kind of go through all the walls. That's another one, too. He can go through the Yorkin tomb as well, so if that ever happens during this game, something to keep an eye out for.
He can go through the Yorkin tombs?
Yeah, it's really dumb. I hate that interaction.
That's so dumb. It's a wall. If no one else could go through it, why can he go through it?
Good news, though, while they did lose the camp for the side of Cats on My Keyboard, they did get a bunch of damage in the bottom lane, so a little consolation prize there. Hogger has started up that top right camp, the Bruiser camp, but that may mean that they're going to be late to this first objective here, and priority will go over to the side of ICC Valkyries.
Yeah, well, with this first objective, as some of the other maps, first objective normally is always the weakest one. So sometimes it's okay just to give the objective just in the early rounds of it if you're going to be able to get something out of it, such as hard pushing top lane or doing something of that sort. But here we are having a fight. Decker getting a 3-person stun. The Tastar getting really low. Tastar at 300 health. He's able to back out, but Cats on My Keyboard doing a lot of damage. There's Leoric. Leoric goes down to the Sonya. Deckard really doing really well on his roots, though. He's getting 3-4 people in his roots right now.
And that fight all started because the Tastar was just a little bit too far down in the lane, able to be engaged on, lost a lot of health, and then Hogger came in on an excellent flank to just chunk out their entire team. They does give them the full Shrine advantage and a kill, and now the Shrine is going over to Cats on My Keyboard. Let's see how much they're able to get with it here.
I think they're at least going to be able to get the wall. They already have one turret almost dead, and the wall right there just needs to be sneezed on. So, and there goes the jump onto the Diablo. And man, Decker getting really low, and he has no mana. I think they might be able to, Cats on My Keyboard might be able to get this keep here, or fort here, because there's no way Decker can keep healing his team.
I don't know if they're going to be able to get the full fort. However, this has been a really good Punisher for the side of Cats on My Keyboard. Usually first Punisher, you're looking to just get at least the wall. However, they finished off the full wall and got over half of the fort. It does look like we might have a scrum coming out for this bottom camp. Hogger gets a great stun there on the Diablo, but a ton of healing came out from the Deckard. The Ruby pot's so big. Leoric has now joined the fight, so it's a 5v4. Apple's trying to run for the hills, but he will get lasered down there. And now, Cats on My Keyboard, they're going to have to bail out from this one, and it's going to be a 1-0, and the camp secured for the side of ICC Valkyries.
Looking better for ICC Valkyries now. Hold on, what happened here? Oh, my keys also went. I heard something drop in my background, and I was like, what the heck dropped? And there was nothing, and I accidentally misclicked stuff. So My bad.
Real MVP of that fight, if you ask me, was the Deckard. He hit a pretty good Ruby there. That Ruby able to heal up the Diablo, who was getting chunked pretty hard to start it off. So well done there by the Deckard player for the side of ICC Valkyries. And overall, yeah, things are at least starting to calm down a little bit. Both teams getting their safe camps. Doesn't look like we'll see an invade here on this right camp, as Vala and Deckard had just gone back to base.
Oh, well, here comes a little bit of a fight. Diablo face checking into the bush, getting some stuns, but they're going to be able to back off of it. They don't want to fight this yet. Level 10s are going to soon come up. Let me actually pull up the levels, the talents. We haven't looked at them yet. We got Vala going Hungry Arrow. See, now my joke from that one last stream where I made that joke with you here, it could work now.
I'm very surprised we're seeing Q build from Vala this game. With Infernal Shrines being a map where you need to clear lots of small minions, a lot of times I see the W builds come out on this map, or the auto attack build for tank killing. I feel like it can be kind of difficult on these shrines to land consistent Qs onto targets, but it is a very frontline heavy damage option, and it is not able to be countered by the blinds from the Joanna, so we'll see how much value it's able to find in this game. Lunar just being so annoying with those Thornwood vines.
Definitely. I'm actually kind of shocked that Lunara didn't go leap, because then I think every single person would have a way, except for Anduin, every person would have a way out of the Leoric and Tombs. Hogger can get out because of his tornado. We got Sonya, she went leap. Joanna went Blessed Shield. Anduin went Light Bomb. And then if Lunara went her leap, she can leap over a minion to get out that Entombed.
I just realized Cats on my keyboard have so many ways to deliver a light bomb into the side of ICC Valkyries. They have the Blessed Shield that they can use to deliver it. They have the Leap they can use to deliver it, and they have the Hortipult to deliver it as well. So lots of options there for starting off team fights. And yeah, with how frontline heavy this team is, a lot of dive potential for their side. They are going to get the initial setup here on the Shrine, and now they're going to have to push a Sonya and Hogger off at this point. Definitely challenging.
Yeah, and we got, you know what? They can even use the light bomb when when the enemy team, that Leoric gets an Entomb on the enemy team, light bomb and have them walk towards the Leoric. But we're seeing, oh my gosh, so much going on. Light bomb being used, Apocalypse being used, Joanna getting the Decker down, and it looks like Sonya's gonna go down as well. Joanna getting very low, but that Tassadar's very low too. Hogger running backwards. Can Hogger get out of there? Hogger gets the Tassadar kill and just bouncing around, trying to get maybe a Vala kill. She is at 100 health. She's able to get out of there safe, but Leoric is going to go down, and I think Hogger's going to be out safe there. Wow, what a good what a good fight here on the objective.
Yeah, that front line, I mean, it's just so hard to burn down for the side of ICC Valkyries. And you could just see the strength of the health bars there for the side of Cats on my keyboard, even through the full engage there, able to stay in it. And I will say, I'm interested that Hogger is taking a big chunk of damage here, but he should be okay. Interesting that the Hogger didn't go the spin at level 4. I feel like he would have done so much more damage if he had that spin there. I think the fight might have been even a little bit cleaner, but they do still end up getting this Punisher pulled over the wall there. Oh, they're trying to go in on this as it's pulled over the wall, but they might have gone a little too far. The pull not quite enough to save him. Now Hogger's out there, and he looks like he's going to go down. The spin is not enough to get him out of there, and yeah, just a little bit of over-aggression there from the side of Cats on my keyboard, and now it's pretty much a free clear here on the objective.
Yeah, they should have waited just a little bit longer to at least get the wall down so there's less turrets heading onto each hero. And then they could have possibly saved it and maybe get a nice little wipe on ICC Valkyrie. But ICC Valkyrie, I bet you they're happy about that fight. Now they're able to get Cats on my keyboards, siege camp. They're going to go ahead and head down to their siege camp and possibly the neutral siege camp as well, splitting up and trying to take as much as they can. Try to get ahead in XP.
Wow, these cooldowns are so low from the side. I just realized how low all of these old cooldowns are for the side of Cats on my keyboard. They're already almost all back up.
Yep.
But we do see the camps all going over to the side of ICC Valkyries. No surprises there. They are going to get some of these lanes pushed out. Sonya trying to sneak out a little bit of value there in the top lane, but Leoric able to at least collect the soak. And yeah, it's really, right now the game, as much as even though Cats on My Keyboard have gotten both objectives so far, it looks like ICC Valkyries is a bit in the driver's seat here as they try and engage onto this Hogger. Really good spin angle, though, from Ghost. He's looked pretty good on the Hogger so far this game.
Yeah, he's been doing really well. Besides, I think the one hiccup during that mid-fight there, I'm really enjoying watching this Hogger as well. I love watching during the. I like watching Hoggers during the objective and when they just continuously hitting those four corners and spinning. Speaking of Hogger, though, going on to that Tassadar.
Yeah, they do get the engage onto the Tassadar, but these ults aren't really synced up super well from Cats on My Keyboard. The counter engage is coming out. We see a march from Leoric onto the front line. They are able to push them back. Hogger's a little bit out in no man's land, but he does not have the spin angle. He's actually stuck in the back line without his spin now. Does ICC realize that Tassadar trying to slow him down? They have to kill him before that spin comes back up. Great stun there by the Diablo, and they are going to convert another kill for the side of ICC Valkyries.
Man, that's going to be rough for Cats on My Keyboard. We were just talking about this Hogger, about how he's performing pretty well. I think we jinxed him a little bit, possibly. He heard us, and he was like, nah, we can't do this anymore.
I think that fight could have gone well for the side of Cats on My Keyboard, but it looked like there was a bit of miscommunication. The ults were not... Oh, wait, hang on. Joe's trade has already been popped, gets stunned into the wall, does have to burn the Falling Sword to escape here. The Joanna will not go down, however. That is an ult that likely won't be up in time throughout this objective. And now, once again, there may be a window here for the side of ICC Valkyries to get their first objective of the game.
Yeah, and it looks like ICC Valkyrie, they do have level 16, so I'll pull that up for you, chat. Start looking at what everyone's taken, as ICC Valkyrie went ahead and took the Bruiser Camp, and so did Cats on My Keyboard as they took their Bruiser Camp. And it looks like, actually, Cats on My Keyboard, like I said earlier in this game, they're going to give up this objective, or possibly at least delay this objective as they take this bottom fort here. And we have a few mids, and maybe they might just switch over and try to grab the mid fort as well here.
This definitely isn't a bad call here. They know that their key ult was down for a little while, so they likely wouldn't be able to contest. If they're able to trade 2 forts and then clear the objective while only losing their top fort, it is a positive trade for them. So I kind of like this decision here, but it doesn't look like they're quite able to knock this Leoric away, and he is going to be able to hold that. And now it's going to be a little bit more sketchy.
Definitely. Now, ICC Valkyrie, of course, obviously they got a Frozen Punisher, which I think is one of the more difficult Punishers. Get a root and a stun. There comes the pull from the Anduin. Sonya getting the Light Bomb, able to stun 2 people. Anduin saving her once again. But man, that Vala is going to go down to the Hogger. Deckard using his ultimate as well. Oh, I'm sorry. My screen glitched and Vala's body was stretched out across her dead body was stretched out across my screen.
Hogger is trying to escape. Oh, good job to get to the Anduin there to get out. I will say Ghost has had excellent trait combos this game on the Hogger, consistently stunning priority targets in the start of these fights here. Ghost really coming out swinging in this game, and while they may be behind slightly on kills, they are up in structures. Somehow, we're 14 minutes into this game, and there's only 1 fort down so far.
Yeah, 1 fort down, but it looks like here comes ICC Valkyrie, and just a big fight here for this camp. Hogger is going to go down first as he's really low. Diablo is able to cap the siege camp, and now Cats on My Keyboard, they're going to try to get out of here. Ooh, Anduin kind of stuck behind. Can Joanna help him? He used Light Bomb on himself to help him. I think he should be fine. There's the pull, and I think the rest of Cats on My Keyboard is going to be able to get out of there alive.
Ooh, I think if you're Slice there, you're not happy with what just happened. Somehow his charge knocked him like through a 1 pixel gap between the walls there, which was... I know if I'm Slice playing Diablo there, I'm frustrated that he didn't get smacked into that wall. So a little unfortunate there. But Joanna doing the best here. They do have a double camp pushing in this mid lane. And Sonya was a little too far forward and is going to get caught there. The Joanna lands into the Stay a While and Listen, but is going to be able to get out of there. But now, with the Sonya down, they're going to be able to muscle down this mid fort and maybe look for more in another lane.
Yep, looking really good for ICC Valkyries right now as they head down bottom, they're gonna go ahead and take this neutral siege camp here. Cats on my keyboard rotating down bottom as well, though. I don't think they're gonna try to interrupt. We do have Hogger going top. Yeah, I think they're just gonna stay back and defend off their bottom fort. Make sure they don't lose it right now.
Yeah, they are going to be able to hold that top. The bottom is going to be under fire here. With 3 members up, I don't know if it is still pretty healthy, so I don't know if ICC Valkyries is going to be able to get it down here, but it does look like they're at least going to put quite a bit of damage onto it before the Sonya can arrive.
Definitely, and with Lunara doing lots of damage onto this Tafstar. Taf's already to half health, but he does have his Deckard potions that Vala just stole. So he should be fine here. And it looks like ICC Valkyrie is going to go ahead and back off. We do have top lane pushing pretty heavily, already starting to collapse onto this fort slowly here, but it's not going to have enough time as Leoric already rotated up top to clear it out.
And a big dilemma here for the side of Cats on my keyboard. It does look like ICC Valkyries is going to find that level 20 before this objective. So the question becomes, do they plan to give this objective to try and hit 20s themselves? If so, what are they going to try and do in response? Or are they going to just attempt to take a fight down? It looks like they're all rotating towards this top lane. They may try and get the top fort in exchange for this objective. But this next objective here, with it being almost 17 minutes in, is going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Cats on my keyboard, they're going to go ahead and do like what they did with last objective. Hard push in this top fort now and just trade top fort for objective. They will lose bottom fort. Right now, Diablo and Vala pushing this in so that the Punisher doesn't have to worry about this bottom fort and just push on. But it looks like Cats on my keyboard hard pushing, at least trying to get maybe just the gate and then backing off. Not sure here.
They do have a ton of damage, siege damage for the side of Cats on my keyboard. The Sonya slams able to do so much damage, but the Tassar, he gets the wall down, but Hogger, he just cheats and goes right through it. And now it looks like they're all going to get out here successfully. So actually pretty good value there. Oh, but they do find the Sonya. The good pull there by the Anduin to save the Sonya from the Apocalypse combo. I can't even talk right now. They are going to try and continue to chase, but unfortunately the Leo did not go in tune this game, so they don't have a follow-up engage here, and they are going to have to let Cats on my keyboard get away. They do have the Punisher pushing in the bottom lane, finding value, and they are going to get this top fort down as well.
Yeah, so still a bit of decent value here. And while the Cats on my keyboard has to take care of this Punisher, they're gonna keep pushing up this top fort or top keep here as they get the wall down. And now ICC Kawhi they're gonna have to back up now as Diablo's pretty low.
Yeah, they're gonna have to back up here. Unfortunately, they're not going to get a keep with this objective, which if you're ICC Valkyries, it's a little unfortunate in this position. However, the good news is they do have all 3 forts opened up, which means no matter where this next objective goes, if they win it, it probably is a guaranteed keep. So good news there. They are going to get their easy camp first, but will they decide to invade here as Cats on my keyboard start setting up for their own?
Yeah, and we do have level 20s up for both sides of the teams. I have that pulled up. And oh my goodness, I didn't realize how quick ICC took that camp. That was just, I blinked and it was gone.
Yeah, Q-Build Vala definitely melts camps with ease, so that's gone. They are watching them take this camp, but I guess they just don't feel like they're able to take this fight. They go ahead and just give it up and get into a defensive position here. ICC Valkyries really have full control of this map right now, just kind of doing whatever they want here.
Definitely, as they do have 1 camp pushing in bottom and then 2 siege camps pushing in this mid. But it looks like ICC Valkyrie, they're going to rotate up top and probably push this in while the camps take care of everything else.
Yeah, they will probably be in a 5v3 position. I don't think they're going to be able to get it down. And fortunately, this does allow all of the camps pretty much to get cleared up here, and they are going to have to back off. But they get a little bit of damage done onto that keep. The next objective is in the top lane, so I understand them wanting to try and get some damage done up there. Hogger Q, yeah, the level 16, the headbanger from Hogger does so much damage onto a tank if he hits you against the wall. But they do have all the lanes cleared up now. The objective should be spawning here shortly, so Cats on my keyboard looking to push out these lanes here so that they're able to be freed up to go to this objective when it spawns.
Yep, and it looks like ICC Valkyries, they're just kind of looking for something. Like they're going to try to keep pushing back up the lanes. Well, I think they're going to look for a fight. They're doing really well on these team fights. But maybe, I think maybe Cats on the keyboard, now that each team has 20s, they might be able to hit some wombo combos and push right back.
Yeah, the teams, you can tell, I almost don't think this is playoff nerves. They seem a little scared to engage each other here on this map. You know, ICC Valkyries, they're going to go ahead and do their camp, but, you know, they seem to just kind of be shuffling back and forth between the lanes as Cats on my keyboard were cleaning up there. And I think it might be nerves. I mean, this is a semifinals match. You can feel those finals so close, and you just don't want to make any mistakes. Each team knows that they have a chance in this game, and now with the camps taken and pushing, this fight here may end up deciding the map.
Yes, and we do have both teams with their bruiser camps up, but Cats on my keyboard's bruiser camp is practically dead now, and objective has been up, and ICC Valkyrie is going to start it right away.
Hogger is sitting on a flank angle there. Doesn't look like he was spotted getting into that position. I feel like if you're Cats on my keyboard, you want to be looking to pull the trigger with this light bomb combo. Right now, there's already 7 minions going over to the side of ICC Valkyries. The clock is slowly ticking. The Hogger reveals himself, but so far, nothing coming out yet. There is the light bomb combo with the falling sword. Vala gets super low there. The leap is going to confirm the kill. No control also gets the Deckard. It's now a 4v3. Sonya's going to go down. It's now a full 3v3. I don't know if the damage is going to be there, though, for the side of Cats on my keyboard. It looks like they are going to be running for the hills there.
Oof.
Anduin gets a pull, but unfortunately the chase is on. Anduin's going to go down here. Joanna might go down as well.
Ooh, I think she's fine.
Yeah, is going to barely get away there, but that is a decisive team fight win for the side of ICC Valkyries. And now getting this objective, I don't know if it's going to be able to take the game, but it'll definitely get at least the keep here.
Definitely. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to take the game, because Cats on my keyboard, they do a decent job of defending. So, especially since ICC Valkyries, they're, like you said earlier, they're a little like skittish, they're a little shy going in. They don't want to fight too much, it seems like. So, that was a great fight, though, coming out for the victory of ICC Valkyrie. And here they are. They have the motor Punisher, and they're gonna go ahead and start pushing it, but Leoric, he's down bottom clearing it out, so I don't think ICC Valkyrie has an intention to make this a game-winning push here unless they can get a kill here with the Punisher.
Yeah, the fact that the Deckard went back to base signals that they have no intention of trying to win the game with this Punisher. A bit unfortunate. They may try and get a double keep play here, but so far, yeah, it doesn't look like the game is going to be ending here, and Cats on my keyboard may have one more chance at a team fight to try and get back into this game, but ICC Valkyries definitely showing up in game number 1 with a huge lead. The keep doesn't go down in the top lane. That's a massive loss for the side of ICC Valkyries. I mean, they won the objective. I don't know. They might have been able to try and sneak it down with the people in the top lane, but I don't know. I just feel like it's very unfortunate not getting a keep there. Now they don't have that permanent catapult pressure to back up for the next objective.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate there for ICC Valkyrie. I thought they would at least get that mid keep, but man, Cats on my keyboard, they really melted out that Punisher there.
Yeah, the siege damage, they do have the Q build Vala that does pretty good siege damage, but the auto build Tassadar, his auto attacks aren't exactly known for their high damage output when Archon isn't up. I will say, however, with them being level 20, the Tassadar with the auto attack build is quite scary. I'm surprised he didn't go into the Infinite Archon this game, considering he is the auto build. But, I mean, level 20 Tassadar in general can be very scary to go up against. So they're really going to have to crack that nut. I think Tassadar was one of the key reasons why they were able to come back in that fight. They do get a bunch of damage onto this top keep, but still not quite enough to crack it yet.
And it looks like ICC Valkyrie, they're kind of hiding out, but Lunara has her wisp, so she's able to see where they're at. And ICC Valkyrie is just going to back out of it as both bruiser camps for each side is up. Cats on my keyboard taking over their siege camp, or bruiser camp, and ICC Valkyrie taking over their bruiser camp. Both teams just melting it so quick. But I think the one good thing is here is even though their ICC Valkyries isn't ending it right here, right now, they're still doing a really good job pushing the lanes back in. So when they do have the objective, as long as they have enough people and enough health for it, they can end it. It's very safe gameplay and it's very passive, but it's at least doing them some good here. Not a whole lot of good, but some good.
Yeah, it's setting them up for success. I will say it is a very hard game for the side of Cats on my keyboard, as I do feel like the composition of ICC Valkyries has sort of outscaled them at this point. Q-Build Vol is so strong in the late game, same with the Tassadar. So really the onus is on them to find an advantageous fight. With this shrine coming up, though, lanes are in a pretty decent state for both teams, and it looks like the priority is going to go over to ICC Valkyries as they capture this camp and already start getting set up. And really, it's going to be on Cats on my keyboard to find the right angle to take this engagement.
Yes, and I think maybe Cats on my keyboard, if they play this right, when they first engaged that first fight up top, or the last fight up top, they did really well. They just kind of focus out that Tassadar, focus out that Vala, and I think they can take this game back pretty easily if they do this right.
I'm a little surprised here. I don't know how Cats on my keyboard got Shrine Advantage. Sonya, though, steps a little bit too far forward, does get stunned there, but the combo comes in onto the healer there. Deckard is down. They trade out the Hogger for it, but with no healer down, oh, Sonya does get finished off there now as well. And this does look like a disengage call from the side of Cats on my keyboard, but Anduin, once again, he's not going to be able to get out of there. And a 3-for-1 for the side of ICC Valkyries. And now, with both damage dealers still alive, I have a feeling this may end up translating into game number 1 for the side of ICC Valkyries.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it should transfer, but we do have Joanna and Lunara. I think they're just going to say YOLO and to at least take this top keep. But we do have Leoric with a siege camp taking down bottom keep to help out the Punisher to take out some more. I don't know what Cats on my keyboard's doing here.
Yeah, they just don't have the damage to keep up with the race that is going to come out from the side of ICC Valkyries. They're going to try it again, but yeah, I don't think they have the damage to get this core down fast enough. With the camp already on core and John Cena pushing up the bottom lane, yeah, it looks like ICC Valkyries already going onto the core, and this should be game number 1 going over.
I'm interested in this fight back here. Nope, there they go. They're finally leaving. Joanna might die here. Oh, I missed the Hogger death, though. Over here on the core, backing up. Oh, if the Punisher wasn't there, they might be able to save this, but nope. That is going to be GG coming out on the side of ICC Valkyrie.
And honestly, a lot of that game, to me, comes down to the fact that just ICC Valkyrie is able to keep control of the game, scale into the late game. Their composition, arguably, in my opinion, a little bit better than the composition of Cool Cats and Keyboards in the late game, able to transfer it into a game 1 victory. The other thing too, I'm still very shocked that Hogger didn't go into the spin talent at level 4. It's so strong on that shrine to be able to build up your rage and just do all that damage with your spin at level 4. I think that you might have been able to eke out a little bit more damage with that talent. He played so well on the Hogger, and I'm being nitpicky because he played so well, but it might have been a little advantage, but overall, it still was a good, well-played game from the side of Cool Cats and Kittens, but it just slowly got away from it, and in the end, they just kind of got outscaled.
You said Cool Cats and Kittens again.
I knew I was going to do it. Dang it. Cats on my keyboard. Dang it.
It's okay. You keep saying Cool Cats and Kittens instead of Cats on my keyboard. I keep saying ICC Kawaii instead of Valkyries.
There's so many cat teams in NGS. Can we figure this out? Also, what's up, Sloth? I see you there in the chat. Good luck in your game on Sunday. I'll be watching.
Ooh. All right, well, let's real quickly look over some stats here. We have Leoric with a very high 252 188,000 siege damage, and right below him, Lunar 188,000 siege damage. Tassadar with 80,000 hero damage. Lunar with 84,000. I just noticed Lunar had 0 deaths that whole game. I didn't even notice that. I thought she at least died once. Wow. All right, go
Lunar
ahead.
had really good positioning throughout that whole game, but yeah, I mean the front line, the Sonya and the Hogger, they're not known for their tankiness, and they really exploited it from the side of ICC Valkyries. Vala Q build able to just melt frontline post 20, and I mean I can imagine a Sonya, you just eat 4 Qs in a row from a Q build Vala, and you're already as good as dead.
Definitely, yeah. I didn't realize Lunara never died. Good job, Chelsea, on that. Wow. But anyways, back to the stats. Deckard, 117,000 healing, while Anduin has 76,000 healing. Self-healing, 39,000 coming from Leoric and 29,000 coming from Hogger. Here's the huge freaking jump, the important jump. 40,000 XP coming from Leoric, while Hogger had 20,000. That's a huge jump right there for an XP. I've never seen such a big jump. I've never really seen 40,000 XP from one person before. That's insane.
Yeah, Leoric definitely was putting out fires all over the map, getting the soak everywhere. Lots of double soaking going on throughout the game. There was some soak being traded off a little bit between Hogger and Sonya. They kind of traded solo lane duties, but as the game got away from them, it just became harder and harder for them to keep up. And eventually, yeah, I mean, Hogger did a fantastic job getting them that level lead. And you could even see it. I believe it was the 4th shrine where they had the level 20s, and Cats on My Keyboard didn't have it yet. And a lot of that comes just from the consistent soaking that was coming out from the side of ICC Valkyries.
Sorry, I was drinking water. But yeah, wow, what a great game though. I like how long the game was, almost a 30-minute game, and just a nice back and forth between the game. We do have ICC Valkyries with 16 kills, while Cats on My Keyboard had 8 kills there. Cats on my I'm just reading chat. We got cool Cats on My Keyboard, and now Cats on My Kittens. Actually, I like that name, Cats on My Kittens.
Don't give NGS any more ideas. We don't need 100 more cat-based teams, because I will get all of them confused.
That's my team's name next year. Cats on My Kittens.
I do also want to give a little shout out to Deckard. Played a really solid game as well. Did 117,000 healing on that pick. The Ruby definitely got a lot of value as well for those frontline engagements. But it looks like game number 2. It looks like the map has been decided. And where is it that we're going?
We're going to Battle of Eternity. I'm kind of excited. I normally don't like Battle of Eternity, but I feel like with these two teams, I think this will be a really fun, exciting map here.
Yeah, Battlefield of Eternity is definitely one of those maps that has a very interesting dynamic to it. Being able to race down those immortals during, or being able to race down during those big race phases really adds a different level of team composition building. And I will say, the Vala is definitely a top priority pick on this map. We did see that ICC Valkyries is able to play that Q build Vala from game number 1, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them take it early here in game number 2. Or if they end up going ahead and trying to ban it away or pick it themselves on the side of Cats on My Keyboard.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how ICC Valkyries is going to play out their draft, because we also have that Joanna pick that's very popular too. Cats on My Keyboard does have first pick, so I'm curious to see if ICC Valkyrie will let the Joanna go or ban Joanna and Vala, but then they're going to let Junkrat go. I'm really excited to see how this draft turns out, because there's a lot of different picks that can happen here to see who can take what.
Yeah, I'm of a mixed mind of Junkrat on this map. On the one hand, Junkrat, not exactly a great racer, doesn't contribute very much to bringing down the Immortals in those tight situations. However, if you are able whether you get ahead or whether you get behind on the Immortal, being able to set up at one of the Immortals with his traps can make it so hard for the other team to push in. Some picks to watch out for, though. I know Ming is very popular on this map. Vala is very popular. Greymane is another one, though I didn't see very much Greymane between these teams when I was looking ahead earlier. But there are definitely very specific picks that these teams do tend to really enjoy, or the teams really tend to enjoy picking on this map.
Raynor's very popular on here too. Lots of AA damage going out there onto the Immortals there. But real quick side off note, I didn't get to say this because it was during the game, but Softbird, thank you so much for the follow and the subscription. Appreciate your face, by the way. And also, Jake gave another amazing team name for the ICC team. We got ICC Kitties.
No more cat ideas. Stop it. Everyone line up in chat. I'll fight you one at a time. Not all at once, one at a time.
Are you going to throw Pepsis at them one at a time?
No, I'll just swing wildly and then get knocked out by the first punch that hits me.
Sounds about right.
That's about where I see myself.
All right. But it looks like we're going to actually go ahead straight into the draft, and we're going to be able to see who's able to... Is someone going to be able to take the Vala? Or are they going to ban the Vala? Who's taking Joanna? Are they banning the Joanna? We'll see right here, right now.
And I think one other thing to keep an eye out for, I don't know if either of these teams play it, but this is a map where an offlane Joanna could possibly come in if the teams have the capability to play it. Offlane is relatively static on this map, not a lot of action that goes on up there. So you have the capability to play some of these, so more niche offlaners, because it's just the offlane isn't quite as important on this map in terms of a 1v1. So, we could have the possibility of seeing something a little bit cheesy come in if either of the teams opt for it.
I don't know why. My gut tells me one of the teams is going to pick Sylvanas. Do they play Sylvanas? I don't think they do, but my gut says Sylvanas.
I think there was a couple Sylv games for these teams. Nothing too crazy, though, so it might come out, it might not. We are going to see the Artanis come out. Amateur opponent just makes him such a great racer on this map. No surprise to see him taken out here.
Sorry, I was looking behind me because I keep hearing something, and I forgot. I have my foster cats behind me, and the mom's yelling at me, like, please get me out of this playpen with all these children. I don't want them near me. She keeps yelling in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear her. Oh, my goodness. Oh, sorry.
Trying to pipe in some commentary. Cat's over there evaluating the team compositions during the draft, trying to give some input.
She said, cat's on my keyboard. I want to be on the keyboard. Anyways, ICC Valkyrie did go ahead and ban the Nubarak ban. And we'll see what Cats on My Keyboard takes. They do have 2 seconds left. Here's if they're going to ban the Vala Joanna. But no, they're going to go back and ban the Whitemane again.
Yeah, it looks like with the Anubarak gone, you're not going to be able to become Beatles on my keyboard for this game. So that's going to be taken off the board. Sorry. That was not a good one. So we do have the Whitemane taken away again. That does leave the Blaze open, though, for the side of ICC Valkyrie. So it'll be interesting to see if they go with it now that it's open. Final ban coming through. And once again, it is the Stukov from ICC Valkyries.
ICC Beatles. We're just changing their names now. It's just whatever we want to call it. But we do have, instead of the Joanna first pick, we do have the Vala pick. So I'm curious to see if ICC Valkyries will choose the Joanna, or will Cats on My Keyboard choose it, or will no one choose it?
With the Vala coming out here, I almost think there's going to be the Blaze possibly coming in here. Yep, there is the Blaze alongside with the Tassadar. So, yeah, I mean, Blaze is just such a great tank, and on this map in particular, there isn't a lot of pressure on you in the solo lane to do anything fancy, so you just have time to scale up and be that super impactful tanky offlaner that Blaze can become.
And you know what? I think this might be a game where no Joanna is chosen. Where's my Sylvanas? My gut said Sylvanas. Instead, the Joanna, and once again, Apple with the Anduin. Apple's very comfortable with the Anduin. She did play pretty well last game, but definitely not her top tier moments there. Some pulls were a little too late, but overall, she still did pretty well last game.
Yeah, the light bomb plus falling sword combo was pulled off successfully a few times in that Infernal Shrines game, so we'll be looking to see if they do that a few more times. The Sonya is taken off the board here, has been one of Koala's favorites all season, so no surprises there. And with the final ban, I wonder what they would possibly eye up to take away from the side of ICC Valkyries. I'm trying to think here.
Well, they do need to ban a healer here. They could possibly ban the Deckard again. I don't know if Deckard would be the best on this map, but they could ban him again. But I feel like they will ban a healer. And it looks like they're gonna ban... Nope, they go with a Zul'jin. No one listens to me today. These teams are not listening to me. They take away my Towers of Doom. They don't take my Sylvanas so far. They don't ban a healer. Come on, teams. I thought we had a connection here.
Yeah, they do like the Zul'jin on the side of ICC Valkyries. However, I'm not sure how I feel about it on this map. It can be quite hard to stack while doing so much PvE. The Deckard does come in once again, no surprise. It was so impactful last game. And the Diablo again. And really, this team comp is looking awfully familiar.
I think they're good. They might take the Li Ming next. We were talking about how Li Ming's pretty good on this map, so that might be their next pick depending on what Cats on my keyboard chooses, or what Zola said, keys on my cat board.
And final two picks getting lined up here. With the Joanna and the Anduin core, there is a lot that these guys could flex into for the side of Cats on my keyboard. And we're going to see the Diva and the Junkrat. So we talked about the Junkrat coming into this map. Not the best racer, but they have the Vala to back it up. And Diva has been, I believe, one of ICC Valkyries. I'm trying to remember if it was ICC Valkyries or if it was Cats on my keyboard that have played a lot of Diva. I believe it was ICC Valkyries that have played a lot of it this season.
I believe so too. I believe it was ICC Valkyrie. But we'll see what Valkyrie chooses here. I have a feeling maybe Li Ming here. And I was wrong again. It was Lunara. So they switched it up. They just changed, switched up the Vala and the Lunara a little bit there.
It's hard to say. I'm looking at these teams. I think I overall might like the draft a little bit from the side of ICC Valkyries a little bit more. However, with the Vala, there is I think a bit of a race advantage for the side of Cats on my keyboard. The Light Bomb plus Falling Sword combo is in effect here, and we get a chance to see Ghost on his Junkrat, so effective during his last series. We're going to see if it comes in clutch here again today.
Yeah, that Junkrat, I like the Junkrat combo. I think if maybe they didn't go Diva and they went a different bruiser, I would definitely favor Cats on my keyboard's side for their draft pick. I really like their draft pick with the Vala, the Anduin, Joanna, Junkrat. It's just that Diva pick doesn't sit in my stomach right there. But
I can't wait, however, to watch Deckard read a bedtime story to an exploding mech. That will be quite entertaining.
That will be very entertaining. Do you want to go ahead and say who we have on our left side here in blue team?
Sure. So for the side of ICC Valkyries, we have Waterlong on the Deckard, Slice on the Diablo, Valkyrie on the Lunara. I'm going to give it my best shot here. Dakan on the Tassadar, and we have Valk Slays on the Blaze.
That was better than how I said it last game. Over here on the right side on Cats on my keyboard, we have Apple as Anduin, Chelsea as Vala, Ghost on Junkrat, PJ Red on Joanna, and up top we have Koala as Diva.
So Junkrat going ahead and getting set up here in this bottom lane. It'll be interesting to see what build he goes here. Whether we're going to see more of a damage build with the level 4 Q quest, or if we're going to see a more trap-based build, as there's a lot of different builds that Junkrat can go in the current meta. But so far, I mean, it's going to be pretty standard. Top lane shouldn't be too exciting. Lots of just clearing of waves for Diva and Blaze. So we'll see if either team decides to get a bit spicy here in this bottom lane before the first objective.
Yeah, just a very, very. I think both teams are gonna play passive once again. That's how both teams play right now until they're able to find something really well. But like you said, in the start of this, I lost track of what I was gonna say. Never mind, ignore me.
I will say I'm a bit surprised that Tassadar is going into the auto quest once again. It does mean that Joanna Blind finds double value into the Tassadar and the Lunara. So maybe something to watch out for. Diablo did an excellent job zoning out of that camp there, and now ICC Valkyries able to muscle their way into that camp, steal it away, and yeah, easy take there. Really well played from the side of ICC Valkyries.
Yeah, ICC Valkyrie already getting a really good start to this. Blaze and D.Va just kind of hanging out top, just playing with each other, saying, "Hey, how you doing? Can I get my minions? Oh yeah, you can. Here's your minions. Let me take my minions now." But we
D.Va
do
not exactly known for her early game lane potential. A little
no.
weak in those early laning engagements.
Definitely not. But we do have over here on the left side, Cats on My Keyboard possibly invading onto this bruiser camp here from ICC Valkyrie. Really ballsy going on in here. Deckard, 4-person route there. Diablo going in, but Diablo is going to go down, but so is the Lunara. Junkrat, 40 health, 30 health, and dead. And Vala got down to 100 health. So this bruiser camp is still going to go to the side of ICC Valkyries.
Yeah, overall, I really kind of liked the play there from the side of ICC Valkyries, trying to bring the Blaze down. However, just a loss of coordination between the two sides. It seemed like the front line wanted to get aggressive there and look for a bit of a fight, whereas the back line was fully focused on the camp. Bit of a communication misplay there, but they do end up getting the camp out. That will have to be responded to, and this camp's going to be a little bit late for the side of Cats on My Keyboard, but they are up a kill.
You know, I was thinking that ICC Valkyrie, they got their camp a little too early there. I think this was a pretty decent time. Yeah, a little bit late getting that camp, but I think it was still better timing than ICC Valkyrie. But at the same time, ICC Valkyrie really melting down their Immortal. Both teams really. And it looks like halftime is going to go to the side of ICC Valkyrie just a little more. But I think since all 5 here are here for Cats on My Keyboard, they're going to be able to melt this really quick. Unless someone dies here in this fight here.
Oh, big stun there. Root from the Deckard into the stun from the Blaze. D.Va is going to have to use that mech explosion. She does get stunned by the Immortal, but is able to get back in. Lunar's so low in the back line. 22 HP does go down. The Diablo gets a big heal from the Deckard to keep him alive, but they have lost control over this Immortal. And this is probably going to be first objective phase going over. The chase is still on as the D.Va tries to cut off the Diablo. Tassadar is now in trouble. He is going to go down. That's now a 2 for 0. A good boot back by the Junkrat to get onto this Blaze. However, he does manage to get through. D.Va has to block the charge angle, so he can't get away. He doesn't seem to have it up, and Blaze is going to go down as well. And that was a very successful objective phase. D.Va does get stunned into the wall, but everything should be starting to settle down here in just a second.
Diablo got really low there. He got to 50 health there. I got a little worried for a second there. But yeah, speaking of Ghost and his bombs, I remember last game I casted them. Ghost and his bombs were on point non-stop. So I see why ICC Valkyrie banned him the first time. Man, I wish they banned him the second time. That would be a good start for, that'd be a good, nice win possibly for ICC Valkyrie. But yeah, this Junkrat, his bombs are normally on point. So I'm excited to see how else they play. And hopefully Cats on My Keyboard can take this game to a third game. But Diablo onto this D.Va. D.Va getting really low, but D.Va's able to get out of there. I think her mech's still gonna die from Lunara. Nope. Anduin heals her mech, so she's not gonna die to the poison, and she's able to tap. But it looks like most out of this first objective for the side of Cats on My Keyboard, they're just gonna get the wall at half of the bottom fort.
Pretty sure Waterlaw on the Deckard hit the legendary 5-man Ruby with his W in that fight. I mean, I think if you're a tank, you just feel invincible charging into that with 5 heroes worth of rubies in there. But this is going to be a fight over this objective here. The Diablo is a little far forward, but he is able to find the engage there. Joanna is going to have to get pulled to safety, but now D.Va's in a pretty bad spot, is barely going to be able to sneak away here, and they're going to have to give this camp over to the side of ICC Valkyries. Another good engage here onto this bottom camp.
Yeah, and ICC Valkyrie's gonna be able to steal this camp here. Blaze playing a little bit. Joanna getting stuck in the wall. I just realized there's no Hogger this game, so it's okay. So task balls will be more effective here.
Oh, and now we see the Queen in chat here to root on ICC. Of course, no surprise to see you here. Welcome, welcome. As so far, though, this is the map pick of ICC Valkyries, and they're kind of behind the 8 ball right now with their top fort already dead and their bot fort already half health. So the onus is kind of on them to find the way back in. They try and engage onto the Joe, but able to use that unstoppable to get away. They have all 5 members here. And Diablo tries to find something, but the damage is traded back out. Oh, good job there by the Lunar to get a bunch of damage down. Diablo is still going to go down in the back line. They're so low, but the heal from Apple barely able to keep them alive. Valkslay's not quite able to find the kill on the Blaze. They're going to try and turn onto this Junkrat. Another pull from the Anduin, able to keep Ghost alive, and it's going to be just a 1-for-0. And you mentioned Apple on this Anduin, how impactful he can be, and he showed it right there.
Yeah, Apple, she's really good on that Anduin, and what I was talking about earlier just showed right there. Very impressive pulls and just good saves overall. We do have objective up as ICC Valkyrie is already starting to melt it out, but Cats on my keyboard, they're gonna start going onto their bruiser camp instead. Diva getting out of her mech. Can she get out of there? I don't think she's gonna make it out. Maybe. Oh, she makes it out for now, and Lunara is gonna go down for that.
Those heat-seeking missiles from the Q able to find the Lunar. It was such a good effort there by ICC Valkyries. Oh, another big boop onto the Diablo, but Blaze comes in for the hero play. Is able to save him. The Lunar is so low. Is going to go down. I saw 10 HP there, but with the tire now out, the damage dealers might be zoned back. Anduin tries to find the light bomb, but it's going to go down in that choke too. Now with the Decker Triangle out, they're going to get rooted. So much damage going down. They're going to find 4. They're going to find 5th now that the Haragic Cube comes out. And that's a 4-kill engagement there for the side of ICC Valkyries, finding a way back into that engagement even while down the Lunara.
That was crazy there. I really thought Cats on my keyboard was going to be able to get that fight, but I think what really helped ICC Valkyrie was getting their level 10s there, getting their level 10s, being able to use it out a bit. But we do have, real quick, as ICC Valkyries gets the Immortal, we do have on top, Cats on my keyboard had a camp pushing, getting a little bit of damage onto the wall. So with this lane pushed out, it should help them just a little bit with this Immortal.
Yeah, they do end up losing this full shield Immortal, but good news for the side of Cats on my keyboard, they do still have a pretty heavy structure advantage right now. So even if they lose some structures here, they should probably be pretty comfortable with where they're at in the game. They are down a full level though. That wall from the Tassadar got the Diva stuck, but Tassadar gets booped over the wall by the Junkrat. He gets so low, but he is going to be able to get into that bunker, huge bunker from the Blaze. It's going to time out here soon. The Junkrat tire's waiting for him. Is it going to find him? It is going to find him as he comes out of the bunker. Diva now is going to have to try and get out of there. Is he going to get the bomb? No, the bomb's not going to come up, but another pull. A triple triangle from the Deckard gets a big stun there. But yeah, ooh, no, it looks like it's going to be just a 1-for-0. No.
Oh, no.
Diablo has something to say about that. The Diva is going to get caught there, and they're going to try looking for more. Vala now getting engaged on by the Blaze. They leap right over her. She's going to need a big heal to keep her alive here. And there is the Q from the Anduin getting the flash heal. And it's overall, in that such a crazy engagement, it was just a 1-for-1.
I just want to make a note though, real quick. Junkrat went to the back line, ran away, and hurts back right over here in this area next to the siege camp. And I was laughing my butt off. I love when people do that, is when there's a team fight, they're like, okay, we need to retreat. I like when they just run away the other way and they're able to escape out just barely. That was good on the Junkrat. That Junkrat bomb really got that Tassadar in there. I was not expecting that. But it does look like we have a siege camp for ICC Valkyries up top, and Cats on my keyboard then went ahead and took the bottom neutral siege camp, and Blaze, oh, they're not gonna cap this yet. They finished the bruiser camp on the left side here, but they're not gonna cap it just yet.
It is gonna be a little while till this objective comes up, so if they're trying to hold it for it, if anyone from the side of Cats on my keyboard scouted out, oh, okay, it spawns faster than I thought. So they will probably capture this right around the 20-second mark is usually whenever you want to see it. And let's see. They're hoping a little bit.
Come on, Tassadar, we're waiting for you.
There
he goes. 15 seconds. You were 5 seconds off.
Really good timing from the side of ICC Valkyries on getting that camp out. And yeah, the waves are in a pretty decent position for them here. But the good news for the side of Cats on My Keyboard, they are getting set up on this first objective. Vala has that massive damage that she's able to do to Immortals.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, this may end up being race going in favor of Cats on My Keyboard. It's going to be close, though.
Yeah, Cats on My Keyboard really melting it down, but ICC Valkyrie is able to get it just a little bit lower, bringing it over to halftime. D.Va is not with her team. She's soaking out bottom. Here she comes in, though, by herself. Diablo flipping her. She does have bombs, so she can use this to hopefully try to get out of there. Junkrat using his ult, getting into her. Ult's just going back and forth. Diablo getting a little stuck here. There's the light bomb. Light bomb was used onto the Tassadar, but Bunker is down and able to help out his team if possible. Triangle rooting out 2 people. I don't think there's going to be a death out of this.
Yeah, a lot of cooldowns, though, used between both teams. Really good plays, actually, by both sides. Another key bunker from the side of ICC Valkyries, but Joanna had a really great unstoppable to start off that engagement, kept herself from getting stunned, although Vala does get caught out a little bit by this Diablo charge, is going to have to peel back. The peel was there, so now it looks like Cats on My Keyboard going to try and peel back in. The Apocalypse is down. They get onto the Vala in the backline, and Vala is going to go down. Diablo, though, getting really low on the left side of this engagement, not quite able to find it, and now Anduin goes down. Junkrat goes down. Those mines do a bunch of damage to the Blaze, but this fight's as good as over, and it's going to be a disengage call here. A 3-for-0 for ICC Archons taking control of the game.
Man, just that one bad step from that Vala, and it killed her. Ah, man, I was really hoping Cats on My Keyboard could get this objective here. They were doing really good in the start of this game here, but now ICC Valkyries coming back, getting this bottom fort now, and possibly maybe part of the bottom keep here.
Yeah, this Immortal still has a little bit of shield left on it, so this may be the wall going down as well here in this bottom lane. And now ICC Archons, they had a bit of a rough start to this map number 2, but they're really coming out swinging here now that their ults have come online. And yeah, this wall is going to go down. D.Va gets kind of low there, but they're not quite able to find it here, as Vala almost gets caught by that task wall, barely able to sneak past it. And they're still struggling to get this Immortal down here.
Yeah, but ICC Valkyrie is 2 levels ahead, as they do have level 16s, but that Vala damage is doing really well onto the Diablo, but there is read a bedtime story from Deckard, but Diablo is going to go down here. But on the favorite ICC Valkyrie, they did trade a Diablo for a bottom keep, and Diablo's already back up. He had enough souls, so he's already back up here.
Yeah, I mean, you're very happy if you're ICC Valkyries with that engagement there. You do end up getting the keep down, even though the Diablo does die and goes full baby form. I mean, getting the keep with that objective, now the map is wide open, and that constant catapult pressure is going to make it so hard for Cats on My Keyboard to find those long engagements around these objective phases.
Definitely. And we do have some siege camps bottom that we're pushing for favor of ICC Valkyries. And up top, we do have Cats on My Keyboard. They do have a bruiser camp pushing, while Blaze is going to go ahead and start taking this neutral camp up here. But down here bottom, Cats on My Keyboard able to get some value here and taking the rest of bottom fort.
Very smart call there from the side of Cats on My Keyboard, getting that bottom fort down. That's going to soften the blow of the catapult pressure a little bit as they get their own periodic catapults. Lich Queen could tell I was about to say Archons in that one statement. I'm sorry, I have so many. Oh my goodness, Diablo goes in, but he instantly gets light bombed into the falling sword. Blaze finds a huge stun onto 3, though, is going to bunker in. Vala gets caught on the front line. Anduin's going to have no way out of this fight as well. Junkrat goes down. They're looking to find the D.Va as well. This is not going well for Cats on My Keyboard as they try and bail out of this. It looks like it's going to end here 3-for-0 as Archons get full control over this objective phase. Archons, I said it again.
I'm glad Lich Queen wasn't in here earlier, because when I said ICC Kawaii, She can yell at you
Too
now,
many
not me.
teams, Lich Queen.
Stop having so many teams. I agree. I don't agree with all the Cats teams, but Diva getting flipped. She's able to get out of there though, getting really low, under 200 health onto her mech. And we do have Lunara staying back onto the objective, and really she's doing a lot of damage onto this objective as well, already getting it almost a halftime. And there goes the light bomb.
Overstayed a little bit here. Tassadar gets caught by the combo and gets booped back in. He gets pretty low in the back line, but they're not quite able to find it as the disengage comes out from the Deckard. They are going to be able to escape here after burning all of the ults from the side of Cats on my keyboard, but they're so low. They're going to struggle to set up here with these health bars. Tassadar is going to have to go back for a tap.
Did you see he got to 50 health? Oh my goodness. If I was him, my butt cheeks would be clenching, but this Diablo's butt cheeks might be having to clench as well as he's getting really low. Here comes the Riptire. Riptire unable to hit anything. Triangle getting 3 people there, and Tassadar's back in this game, but the Deckard is getting really low, but he's out of there. Diablo is down. Mech is down from the Diva, and Junkrat getting really low. Diva herself is down. Ooh, this Joanna's getting low, but she's able, Vala's able to get the Lunara. Vala is down. Light bomb, not light bomb. Joanna is using her ult to get out of there though. Ooh, is Junkrat gonna be able to make it out of here? Oh, Joe went in there.
But look at this blaze. Look at this blaze in the back. Is he going to be able to find the charge? Oh, he's going to find it with just the auto attacks. And now there's no damage dealers up quite yet for ICC Valkyries. The Vala is still 25 seconds away. That's the one to watch out for, as Vala has all of the clear for the objective. But Blaze is trying to get these catapults up to the core to start that shield damage. I don't know. It's going to be close if they're going to be able to end it. It is a full shield immortal. I think it's pretty rough here if you're on the side of Cats on my keyboard.
It is going to be rough. Diva is up now, and Vala's going to be up in 3, but Junkrat, he still won't be up for another 15 seconds. Oh, Lich Queen in the chat. People like the organization.
Lich Queen is going to be the one to make fun of me the whole time. I'm not surprised. This immortal is taking a good chunk of damage. Vala giving it the best possible attempt to get the shielding down. They do get the shielding down, but the core is going to definitely take at least a bit of damage here. I'm surprised that Valkyries are not going to try and go for the end here. I guess they just felt a little bit, they just didn't feel like they had the numbers in order to push into that. They do get half of the core down with that push, and yeah, Valkyries definitely in the driver's seat here in game number 2, showing up on their map pick.
I like Poppin' Fresh's names. Ice Cat, Sayboard, Valkyrie Horns. That's the team name now. I like that. That's just combining both of the teams together.
I keep saying Archons because they were in our division, in Division A, so that's always the first team name that comes to mind because I'm like, oh, it's the team we played against. It's Archons. No, it's not that team.
That's not
they
how
are
I
setting
am.
up for a core push here, though. This will be interesting. It's going to have to be a full core call. A big stun there from the Blaze. They instantly pop the Vala before the light bomb can go off. The bomb there from the Diva is not quite able to do enough damage. 20% on the core. They're going to do what they can to hold, but oh, with that stay a while, it's going to go down. And that's a 2-0 semifinal victory, and we're going to be seeing ICC Valkyries in the finals.
Wow, yeah, they definitely, ICC Valkyries, right at the end there, they also had a little catapult on the other side of where the fight was. So even if they died, that catapult would have been able to end it for them just if they couldn't end it for some reason. But man, that poor Vala getting 5 deaths out that game, so was that Junkrat. They were just getting wrecked there. Not too much protection that whole game. They're just able constantly getting killed there.
Yeah, Cats on my keyboard, they played pretty strong macro, especially in the early stages of the games, as well as, they had some really good individual play. The Hogger last game, the Junkrat this game, Apple on the Anduin showed up again as well. But the team fighting from ICC Valkyries just a little bit stronger in this series, and you could tell just about every single team fight engagement seemed to go their way in this series, and it's enough for them to pull out the 2-0 victory.
Definitely. Why don't we look at stats real quick before we do a winner's interview? We do have our siege damage 120,000 coming out from Tassadar, while Junkrat had 81,000 damage. Hero damage, Tassadar 81,000 damage, with Junkrat at 65,000 damage. A big jump here, Deckard 106,000 healing, while Anduin had 71,000. Diablo at 24 self-healing, Joanna at 18,000, Hasadar at 16,000 XP, and Diva at 12,000. 18 kills coming from Valkyrie's side, 11 kills from Cats on My Keyboard. And actually, if we look here, Cats on My Keyboard didn't even have their level 20s to be able to take that last fight. So very, very nice game coming out from ICC Valkyries there.
Yeah, they stuck with a pretty similar composition compared to what they went in game number one. And I mean, you can tell it's their bread and butter for a reason. They executed their team fights extremely well. We saw why the Blaze was banned in game number one. Big stuns from Valkyries through this entire series. 2-man, 3-man, 4-man, consistent stuns there on the Blaze, and the bunkers were extremely impactful as well. So they definitely earned this series win. But overall, a fantastic series from both teams. I was really glad I was able to check this one out so far.
Definitely. And why don't we switch over to one of the lobbies so that when ICC Valkyries is ready, they can just hop in here with us. Jane, did you hear me?
You just pop into one. I'll follow you in.
Oh, okay. Wow, what a great game, especially for ICC Valkyries. Now moving out into the finals, we got Mama Lynch, super proud. Look, I love her little emote with her little wiggly arms, wiggle noodles. That's so cute.
It seemed like fans for both teams showing up tonight, so I'm glad that we had a vocal crowd in chat tonight. Glad to see everyone here participating and getting excited for the teams. I mean, it's a semifinal match, very important for both of these teams, and the work's not over yet, but definitely an exciting match to watch.
Definitely, and especially both teams are really good teams. Obviously, they're really good. They came out this far into the season, going to playoffs and making it all the way to semifinals. So very fun and exciting game there.
And arguably another upset in the bracket, as Cats on My Keyboard were the 5th seed in the bracket, whereas ICC Valkyries were the 8th seed. So another potential upsets all over this bracket.
Definitely. Well, hello there, Miss Captain. Oh, I didn't fix this. Gosh dang it. Hold on. I gotta fix something real quick. Nope. All right, there we go. Welcome on in. Are we getting the whole team in here?
I believe all but one.
Unless water got lost. Water might have gotten lost.
Water got lost.
There.
Water just goes with the flow.
I see what you did there.
There's water.
Clever.
Nearly got everyone in here.
Well, welcome on in, you guys. Congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How are you guys feeling?
Pretty hype. It's been
Good.
It's been fun.
They were really intense games, and it was super fun. And we played Cats on My Keyboards earlier this season, and I felt like there was just so much improvement on both sides that it was just like edge of our seats, like
Yeah.
It felt like it was a good rematch. It felt good.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Awesome.
Speaking of room for improvement, I mean, I'll be the one to say it. You guys came into this bracket the number 8 seed, and anyone looking at a bracket, when they see number 1 versus number 8, they don't really see much of a way in for the number 8 seed. But you've really been showing them up, gone on a bit of a Cinderella run here through the bracket. I mean, what's sort of been the secret to your success that you've come from this number 8 seed now going all the way to the finals?
Towards the beginning of the season, we struggled a lot with really nailing down the comps that we wanted, and we struggled with our roster. I think halfway through the season, we ended up bringing Slice in, and she has played a vital role in essentially our shot calling for our team, and I feel like that's helped pull us together.
Yep.
And just the continuous working on comps and like combinations that we do well, and just everything is just really clicked together in the last couple games.
Yeah. I think it's no coincidence that when we got Slice on board tanking, our like playstyle really like became solid and we figured out what we were doing and everything has rolled together really nicely since then.
Nice. Yeah. That's really nice having someone coming in like during the season and being able to help bring up your team, and especially coming all the way up tier. You guys are now finally going to the finals for your division. So very good, Slice, to hold up the team there, bringing them up.
No,
Sorry,
it's not
we're-
just me. The whole team is just like, we play together really well. We just, all of our energy jives well. We don't stress out. We don't get mad at each other. Like, it's just a really strong, like, cohesive team that we have going on. We've got 2 really great damage players. We got Valk in the solo lane. We got Water healing us. Like, it's a team effort, and I think we all play everything really well, and we just work together really well. So that makes the chemistry is really important, and it helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely agree. Communication and chemistry, the 2 important C's of a team.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go ahead and go straight into your guys' first game. We did Infernal Shrines. Why did you guys map pick Infernal Shrines as your first game?
So the last time we played against Cats on my keyboard, that was one of our really strong maps that we had against them, and so we wanted to bring that back up and keep going well on that map, and we felt
Also
like we
show
had the
how we've
advantage.
improved, I think, there too.
Yeah.
Yes.
We didn't have Water die in the first 30 seconds of the game. I think it was a big improvement.
Oh yeah, super happy about that improvement.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have looked really strong on the Infernal Shrines map. I mean, your team fighting has looked really good throughout that entire game. You just seem to find that edge. Were you a bit worried as the first 2 Punishers seemed to go over, or the first 2 Punishers went over 2 Cats on my keyboard? Were you at all worried, seeing as how those first 2 objective phases went, that it might have been a bad sign, or did you have a plan? What was sort of the discussion going on after those first 2 objective phases as to how you were planning to get back into the game and take control?
I think it was along the lines of, in the beginning of the game, I feel like we all knew that as the game progressed and as we kept getting our talents going, we just got to be a stronger and stronger team, and we knew that was coming, so we were just playing it patient.
It really didn't faze us at all that we lost the first 2 objectives. We knew our power spikes were coming.
Yeah, we tend to kind of get our footing later in the game, so we knew they were a really strong team coming in and that they'd made improvements and just kept it calm till those spikes later in the game.
A lot of our games tend to go really late too, so we
I'm
get a lot of
sorry.
practice doing that.
I mean, you definitely showed your strength, though. I mean, the Vala, I mean, we all know Q build Vala, but if you get that level 20, it's so scary being able to just shoot off 100 Qs in a team fight. And then, Tassa get also just so strong in those late game fights. I mean, yeah, you were able to stabilize through that early game, and once you hit those later talents, you just never seem to look back.
It also helped Slice and Valk immediately recognized the dangers in the Sonya, Joanna, and Anduin combos that they hit us a couple times right away, and we recognized it early and essentially changed our strategy on how we would approach team fights.
Well, and with your guys' comp for the first map, what were you guys trying to pick out there? Was there anything specific? Were you guys okay with like the Joanna going through? 'Cause as everyone knows, Joanna's still one of our very popular picks. Were you guys okay with letting that Joanna go, or how are you guys feeling about that?
Yeah, I think we're not super scared of people picking Johanna anymore. I think partly because she's been banned so much, people are rusty on her. It's sort of an opportunistic first pick rather than like a strategic first pick. And we like to play very aggressive. And so Johanna really struggles with people just walking past her to her backline and engaging in hard fights. And so she actually is a fine tank for a playstyle to like have to deal with. So we're just, I think, generally not super worried about her at this point in the game. That's the kind of strategic vibe we've been pulling out.
I like that. I like that. Definitely different from most teams, but it works really well for you guys.
We are firm Stukov haters over here. We
Yeah.
did not budge on that one.
86 the Stukov forever, yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Johanna, that's fine.
And now we started to let that stuff.
Listen, if you ever
No
want to join,
Stukov.
if you ever want to join into the anti-Brightwing camp with me, feel free to join in. That's-
Oh, I think Descender
as an off laner, get
would agree
Brightwing
with
out of
that.
my game. Stop coming to my lane and healing my laner.
Polly, huge.
Exactly.
Nerf Brightwing. There you go. Well, all right. Going into your guys' second game, you guys chose Battle of Eternity. And as we look at you guys' previous matchup, like you guys said with your last matchup, you guys went against them on Infernal Shrines, won against them with Infernal Shrines. So now you took them back to Battle of Eternity and won it again from them. Was it kind of the same thinking when you guys picked the map? Like, we won it against them before, like, we can do it again?
When I voiced out BOE, I actually didn't remember that we played them on that.
Yeah,
I just knew
I
the
didn't-
first
it's
one
funny we
half.
did a full like rematch, but we had other maps we had talked about doing. This is just, I wouldn't say, our focus was specifically going here. It just ended up that way.
It was just picking 3 maps that we were very strong on, and then basically hoping 2 of them did get banned. Only one of them did. Our third option would have been Braxis, so.
I had a feeling. I was taking a look through your maps.
Don't give away the
again.
strats, girl.
They seem like maps that you enjoyed. I will say, going into the draft, they did change up their bans a little bit going into that second game. They did end up letting the Blaze through, which you happily snatched up with your first 2 picks. One of your favorite tanks, or one of your favorite offlaners, it seems, so far this season. Were you surprised that they let the Blaze through in that second draft? What was sort of going through your heads whenever they decided to ban something else instead?
Almost so shocked he was available that Slice had to take him for me. I didn't know what to do. It's like, wow, he's open. Yeah.
I believed in the first game they banned him 3rd round, so I had Slice take him just as a mind game to hopefully throw him off their game.
I was surprised, yeah.
I was just sad I didn't get to play White Man at all.
Womp
Hey,
womp.
I was also
like
sad I get to play my Zul'jin. Favorite map on Zul'jin, didn't get to play him.
R.I.P. Well, going into that map, do you guys have a game plan when you're going into Battle of Eternity? Is there something specific you guys like to do on this map?
Race. It's either full race
Fight.
or fight.
If we can fight, we like to, but
We like the fighting.
My best submarine impression, diving their team all day.
especially once they got an early fort, I think we put on the
There's
aggression
a
a
little
little
bit of nervousness after the first fort, but I feel like we were able to really tamp that down and keep fighting.
That plus, I also think you got a ton of value on the Decker in that game. I mean, there was at least 1 or 2 engagements where I saw you hit a full 5-man Ruby, which it's like, okay, the tank's definitely not dying anymore. But the stay a while and listens were just so impactful. They were constantly engaging into you guys, and then the stay a while able to just completely shut it down. I know that you were mentioning the front line peeling back, but it was really well played in those fights. What was sort of the communication? Were you waiting specifically for them to engage in the fights, or how was it that you were looking to approach those immortal phases?
I like to be a lot more opportunistic with Deckard. When I see a good chance to cast stuff, I cast it. We don't really try to go for, okay, here's a sleep, then hit APOC. I mean, that's a synergy we can do, but
It's been practiced a little bit this season, having the APOC go off of the sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of times when that would go off, it allowed me as Lunara to rotate around them and get on their backline pretty easily and safely.
Well,
Overall, I don't really have any more questions. I don't know if you have anything else about game number 2 more, but
nope, I don't think I have anything with game number 2 besides congratulations on that second win there.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I have a question now that before we talk about or I guess as we get into overarching stuff, I want to talk about the playoff picture because you're reaching the finals and you're going to be playing the winner of, I believe it's Regen Divine and Clouded Minds. Yes, that is correct. Yep. Do you have a specific team that you're looking to play, whether maybe to get revenge on or that you think you match up into? What are your thoughts going into the finals? Who do you think you're going to end up against? Is there someone you're particularly looking forward to playing against?
I think we're going to see Regen in the finals, and I think we have some new tricks to show them from the last time we played.
Ooh.
Yeah, I believe I think we lost to both of those teams, didn't we?
Yeah, those were the earlier games, I believe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yes.
Regen?
So either way, it's a revenge play.
Mm-hmm.
I like that, spicy. Well, one of my questions that is non-series related is, so ICC Valkyries. Obviously, ICC is your organization for your in the name, but where did the name Valkyries come from?
That was all Valk.
Yeah.
She asked me to join, so I can't take any credit for it.
It was long ago chit chats with the Lich Queen who runs ICC, and it's been a journey to get to this first season, but I couldn't be happier with where the team's at now, and the Valk alongside me and the whole team. Everybody's awesome.
So you named your team after yourself?
No, I think
that's what I heard.
Yeah. I don't actually remember where the conversation led to. What could be other names for the team? Why not the Valkyries? And here we are.
And then we were on the ACC Queens together, and she goes, "Do you want to join?" And I'm like, "Sure."
I will say it must be great though having Queen as the organization head. Such an energetic personality, always there to root on all of the ICC teams. Queen was there in chat tonight rooting you guys on, so must be fantastic having her showing up and being so supportive.
Oh, always. Much appreciated.
It's been a wonderful experience working with her in the division or in our other mods for ICC.
I got about three more questions for you guys. I guess this can either be individual or as your team itself. Why did you guys join NGS?
I was told to.
We coerced water, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the video game and competitive play and playing with cool, like-minded people. That's about it. Just for fun,
Easily my favorite.
Yeah, I started with Girls Gang Squad, and I met Valk and Slice, these lovely ladies, who eventually introduced me to NGS, and I was like, I have to do this. So here I am.
Yeah, it's just really fun to play a game that we all really like and play it together and play competitively, but not in a heated kind of intense way, just enough to where we're all satisfied with the work that we're putting in, but nobody's getting stressed out too much. So it's just nice.
All right, I like that. My second to last question is, do you guys have any advice for anyone who's in the lower ends of NGS or anyone who's wanting to join NGS?
Do it.
Just do it.
Might take a while to find the right team, but group up with your friends and go in together. It's super rewarding and fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of different organizations, especially ICC, that has essentially applications, so then you can try out with the multiple different ICC teams, see if you like it. Or I know other organizations I think have the same way. I believe there's a lot of random tournaments with like random teams assigned. You essentially sign up and you get assigned to a random team to give you like a taste of it. I would say try it out, see if you like it. It's not gonna hurt, and you may just come to love it.
Yeah, that plus I'm sure you can attest with how long you mentioned that you've been playing together. Just the bonds that you form playing in NGS just seem to last a lifetime. It feels like.
Yeah, it's a
Aw.
great way to make new friends and stuff. Like it's a really great community and a lot of really cool people and just a grand old fun time.
Well, a lot of really cool people and Shane, but that's a story for another day.
All right, well, Shane, do you have any questions for them before I say my last one?
No, go ahead, throw it over.
All right, my last one is just any shout outs you'd like to give, anything you guys would like to say in general. I just ask that you keep it PG-13.
Oh jeez.
Shout outs to my
Oh.
mom. Hi, Mom.
Oh,
Folks, Mom.
Shout outs to my mom too. My
hi, all
fam
the moms out
watching.
there.
Everyone who's watching and supporting us, thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you, ICC. Thank you, NGS. Thank you guys for casting. This is
Yeah, thank you for casting.
thank you.
Don't be mad at me when I accidentally try and call you the wrong ICC team a couple of times.
Oh,
There's
it's
so
fine.
many ICC teams. It's so hard for me to wrap my head around the right name sometimes.
Need more.
I
Thank
did.
you, cats on my keyboard too. Also, sorry. Just shout out to the other teams in the
Yeah,
division.
shout out to the other team
Yeah.
for a good
They
series
improved
and a
their
good rematch.
this time.
Yes, the rematch was one of my favorite games this season. It was so much fun, and it was awesome seeing how much you guys have improved as well.
I will say I'm with Shane there. I accidentally called you guys ICC Kawhi in the first game. And we
Yeah,
just
you'll get it right. It's
We'll
one
just-
of them.
For now on, we'll just call you ICC. That's it. There is no other team name on it. It's just ICC.
Maybe if we
Sounds
get the
great.
finals, I'll have a chance to fix it, and not say the wrong ICC team next time. But that is a question for the casting board later on. But
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe we'll see
Not
it in the
important.
finals.
Yeah, we'll see all of ICC and all of the finals. So now you have to say all of the different names there.
Can you imagine if an ICC team won both West and East and they played each other? My brain would not be able to handle that.
Ooh, that'd be tense. Friends playing
Juicy.
against friends.
Yeah. No, that would be cool.
Alright.
That
Just
would be
me.
really cool.
That'd be fun. That'd be a good series to watch too.
Oh yeah.
But all right, anything else you guys would like to say real quick?
Nope.
No?
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thank you so
Alright.
much.
Well, congratulations, you guys, and we can't wait to see you guys in the finals. Woo!
Super hype.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
You too. Thanks.
Thanks.
All right, Shane, how you feeling right now?
Whew, I mean, my head's pounding a little bit. Apparently, I need a little bit more to drink. That was a fun series, though. The teams definitely came to play today, and they left nothing out there. There was no slouching from either team, and ICC Valkyries, even though they came into this bracket the number 8 seed, they absolutely showed tonight why they deserve to be in this finals.
I couldn't agree more. And also, side note, Lich Queen, I'm sorry you got you got timed out. I don't allow any URLs being posted in here because I've had bad experiences in the past. So, and I don't know how to unban you for the 20 seconds. I apologize. But yeah, and also, I don't know if I said this earlier, Dark Knight went I think it was during the second game, Dark Knight went ahead and added another 5 tier subs to my channel. He's coming in. I think this is a total of, he did subs last time too. I think he did like 10 subs last time. So I think he's at like 20 subs now. He has gifted me. So kind. So crazy.
Anyone in chat, can I get a hashtag free the queen in chat?
Free the No, no. She learned her lesson. She knows now not to post URL links. Oh, it's only ICC. The only ICC remaining is ICC Valkyries, so we won't see any other ICCs there.
I didn't see that the Raiders weren't in the playoffs anymore.
I didn't see that.
I knew that the
either.
Raiders had made it to the semifinals. I hadn't seen that map was played already, or that match was played already.
Oh man, I didn't either. That's my division too. How did I not notice my own division? But all right, I just want to thank everyone for coming on in here today. Thank you for both teams doing a phenomenal game today. And now a very exciting game for the semifinals coming in, or for the finals coming in for Division C West. And yeah, just thank you everyone. Thank you for the teams. Thank you for all the new followers and the new subs. Love all the new subs. And of course, my grandest thank you to my dear Shane here, my best co-host ever.
Again, that might be up for debate, but no, I really do appreciate you having me come in for this cast. Always a pleasure. And who knows? Maybe I'll be back soon. Maybe we'll be able to sneak in a little finals cast here and there.
Okay, I don't know. We'll see, because your team's going to the finals here. Whoop whoop.
I'm definitely excited, but the only thing that just means that we have a lot of work ahead of us. So we're definitely working hard in the background.
I'm definitely excited to see how your team does in the finals. I'm definitely cheering you on. I'm gonna go in, whoever's streaming it. If I'm not streaming it, I'm gonna go in there and be like, "Woo, go Shade!"
But yeah, great series. I was definitely glad I could be here for today. Thanks for bringing me along for the ride.
Of course. And before everyone goes, there are no other NGS games going on, but I did find another Heroes of the Storm streamer. So if you guys can just go in there real quick and give a good hurrah, NGS hurrah, and just try to, oh, you know what? Just kidding. I have to find a different Twitch streamer because I just realized this one's not in English and I will not be able to understand anything she says.
What language was it?
I think it was Spanish. There we go. I found a streamer. Perfect. So let's go ahead. Let's go in there, raid her, give her some NGS love. A lot of these Heroes of Storm players don't know what NGS is. So by us going into these streams and raiding them with NGS love, maybe they can get them into the NGS game. So, and just show them the world of NGS. So, but other than that, good games, everyone, and I will see you guys. I think tomorrow I'm streaming. I think tomorrow I have a game. Tomorrow I have a game, and I believe Sunday as well. So I'll see you guys around the corner.
GG's.